So guys, the guys at CIG have given us what feels like a Christmas present, even though it's not Christmas, but I don't know where I'm going with this. But yes, our Lord and Saviour Chris Roberts has given us, as you can tell from the patch note, as from the title, 3.5. And holy shit, thank God for this, because I literally have 2 days off work, so I'm not going to plan on leaving my house. Now, guys, yes, if you are a 3.5 and you are a patron of the Eva Cardi or the subscribers, if not, just go and subscribe for this month because it's 3.5 and you can get access straight away. Trust me, it works. I've done it. But yes, the guys at CIG have given us 3.5 for PTU access for subscribers and Eva Cardi. So what does this mean? Well, besides it's a 24 gig download. My internet kind of died. Besides the fact it's a 24 gig internet download, it's a whole shitload of patch notes. I've never seen patch notes this big. It's literally over 3 topics. Like, holy shit. So I'm not going to break it all down. I'm going to skim through it really, really fast. And let's obviously go through. Testing focus is IFCS, heat rework, atmosphere flight, arena commander. Balance is manual gimbal, auto conveyance, cannons versus repeaters versus scatterguns, ship rolls. Location, ArcCorp, Area 18, Lyra and Walla. Star Marine, all game modes, female characters and DNA's face customization is all what they want us to test. Major known issues. Some parts of Area 18 have an invisible no-fly zone that will kill the player. Woohoo! Russian roulette. ATC at Area 18, it's unresponsive. Okay, interesting. Female characters are missing their visor, GU. Dying at Area 18 results in a blood loss death loop. Don't die at Area 18. Locking gimbals will not allow you to return them to free. Don't lock gimbals. Some aspects of ratios do not work well with the ship HUDs. Okay, so there's a few bugs they need to fix. New features. Holy shit, there's a list. General, added DNA face customization system. Character selection and creation now uses DNA face customization system. Initially, you'll be able to choose gender and then select from a set of current available characters and customize the blend of their facial features that represent your own character. System includes simple and advanced modes that allow you to customize your face with the preferred level of complexity. Additionally, anatomy selection provides the ability to set individual traits as eyes, hair, skin color, etc. Added playable female characters, added headphones setting to the audio in menu. Universe, play location, obviously ArcCorp, its moons, Lyra and Walla. Major landing zone is Area 18, that's been added. Added new mission giver, Takua Twitch Placebo. They've also gone through added Hurston security ships variants for the area and surround Hurston. Missions, added mission patrol to Delmar, added destroy the satellite mission into Hurston area, added additional delivery mission variants. Ship vehicles, added the Misk Reliant variants, Ten, Sen and Maniko, added the Anvil F7C M Super Hornet Heat Seeker, added voice feedback for the events while mining. Items and components now wear at the very slow rate. Items and components can now be repaired. Interesting. Adding ship weapons auto conveyance. They've added the Gemini S71 assault rifle. They've added the Casca Arms Coda pistol. They've added FPS weapons now to have dry fire auto when out of ammunition. Added audio variants to many armor and to undersuits. UI added several new ships, UI icons for additional kinds of contacts. Feature updates. General, update carry and pickup animation transition to smooth out some motions some. Update some of the carrying animations for EVA. Updated light for Lawville Hangar. Default keyboard and gamepad controls have now been revised. Default footfall and general first person audio. Change the key binding from the gimbal lock R, which will eventually cycle between gimbal modes. Universe, visual updates and reinforcement of Wallace Climb. Re-entry effects are now systematically driven by IFCS, atmospheric physics. Cleanup and minor improvements to the NPC collision avoidance system. Updated sound effects, ambient lights for Lawville CBD. Updated light and various rest stops. Added automatic door to Constantine Hurston's office. Updated some shopkeeper animations. Updated text for armor types, including color variants. Missions. Expand black box investigation. Collect and kill confirmed missions to additional derelicts. Reduce the shields on the satellites for the Destroy Probe mission set. Update Steel and ECN missions with new waves of enemies than different protect ships. Improve their delivery mission assets. UI. Temporarily remove the visible geometry from helmets that was impeding mobiGlas visible. Replace the Calm Retrieve button and the Esoteric Terminal with a single content and sensitive button. FPS. Updated vaulting animation for smooth usage. Updating. Adding additional aim coil to the Cas Ravaga, I'm getting that wrong. Updated the perception of FPS combat AI to react to players better. We're still going. Arena Commander, Star Marine, extensive update to Echoes 11. Control and capture has now been updated gameplay mechanics. Last stand is now 3 rounds instead of 4. Reduced Star Marine elimination player cap to 12. Added a small version of Star Dominant or Station Delimiter comms, which will be used for elimination. Still more. ICFS update. All ship thrusters updated and turning have been reworked for the more drifty feel. ICF netcode has been updated for more efficient performance. ESP has been updated and new flight turning scam and pre-book B-book spokes modes have been removed. Afterburner has been removed. Comstat has been removed. Boost is now referred to as Afterburn. Additional speed limiter functionality. Still more. Velocity is now shown as actual velocity. Ship audio has been reworked to include new thruster audio, new ship sounds, new audio linked in ship vibration. The center flight HUD has been reworked to better fit the update new model. Atmospheric flights have been retuned and now include lift and additional drag. Grav lift control has been reworked. Ships and vehicles. Revise of the Galactic GT870 series of ship weapons, updated the Gladius entry-exit animations, added fast bed animation to the Prospector, good idea, improved the update of the ship heat system, fully balanced pass on the thruster per power usage, update VFX for Vandal Scythe, adjusted the freelance landing pad position to avoid rear of the ship being too close to an edge, adjusted Hornet seat position to be more constant for all variants, increase the self-destruct timer for the Reclaimer, missile guidance should now be work between different zones, updating AI pilot behavior to include breakaway under fire tactics and separate lateral and frontal attacks for large ships with turrets. The mining arm of the Prospector is now shake when firing the laser. Minor updates to the entry, exit, and pass-out animation for numerous ships to eliminate pauses. Power priority is now functionality. Slightly raise the Saber's flight HUD. Disable look behind view for the shop parked ships. Move the power plant and the quantum points on the MISC Reliant away from the wings to avoid loss of control when they are damaged. Ship thrusters should now be damaged via direct fire. Update audio for some ship weapons and weapons impact. Thrusters should now be damageable by direct fire. Reduce all ship weapons volatility and great reduction of cannons. And rebalance cannon damage. We're still not done. Bug fixes. Climbing into the Prospector's bed should no longer cause the player's head to climb through the geometry. Thank God for that. Although I still wonder if we're going to end up planking, but regardless. The Valkyrie should no longer be jittered when the ramp is down. Fix the Retaliator HUD to not be centered correctly. The Freelancer's bed should no longer have a power on option. Okay, it's electric bed. Well, used to be anyway. That's good. Loot weapons in Star Marine should no longer be reclaimed between rounds. The weapon mounts on the Star on the Reliance should no longer be sideways. The aim pip on turret should no longer jittery snap to target. NPCs should no longer occasionally be standing on seats rather than sitting. That's kind of cool. Jumping on a second time after an initial jump should no longer cause the character to jump large distances. Bummer. Adjusting ladder entrances on the arrow to fix climbing. The magazine attached to the gun should properly show being removed when reloading from ammo crates in Star Marine. Players should no longer respawn the UI showing health damage. Interaction mode should now be function correctly when bound to LT and RT on the gamepad. The entry and exit animation for the Valkyrie turret should now be properly aligned. The scope on the Arrowhead sniper rifle should no longer be non-functional if looted off a player killed while aiming. Okay, I don't know what that is, but interesting, we'll have a look. One-handed carryable items should no longer have the carry option after unstowing. The canopy should no longer be highlighted as interactive mode while moving some ships, like for example the Saber Raven actually does it. I noticed that weeks ago. The UI in the ACSM for cycling target when spectating should no longer change when the player toggles the HUD on and off. The player should no longer clip into their legs when they're inside the Hawk's prisoner's seat. Players should no longer be able to rent more than one item at the same time with wreck. Players should no longer be visibly off-center when sitting on the Dragonfly. Ships should no longer spawn into Arena Commander with their landing gear deployed. Large layers of liquid-like shadows should no longer appear on moons. They've said that a few times. It still happens. I'm not too keen they've got this fixed, but we'll see. Right, where do we get up to? Holy shit, there is a lot. Right, interaction mode should no longer occasionally stay active after tapping F. The pilot seat of the MISC Prospector should now be able to enter from the left side. That's cool because I noticed that a few days ago. Terrain mode detail should no longer appear on top of carry boxes. Rebinding exit dry on mode to E to avoid conflict with interaction mode key F. Using EMP should no longer knock out your own shields. Thank God, because that's actually a really cool thing. There should no longer be atmospheric gaps in the Hammerhead 600i Avenger. Oh, cool. Retailer, Reclaimer, Starfarer, Freelancer, and the Caterpillar. Thank God for that. That's really something I was actually talking to Christian about. Swapping weapons while weapon is charged and fire will no longer cause it not to consume ammo. Hammerhead turret entry interaction should now be more consistently placed. Freelancer co-pilot should no longer have flight combat reactor. That's cool because I actually crashed with one of my mates because he had a Freelancer. We jumped in it. He jumped in the co-pilot seat. And I had no longer control, so maybe they fixed that. The scalp and rail gun barrels should now consistently extend. The Mobi-Glass should work constantly in the beds of the Valkyrie, changing the animation of the table seat of the 600i to prevent clipping. Their interaction prompts for entering the Prospector should now be easier to read. There should no longer be floating props on Echo 11 in Star Marine. The player should no longer get stuck in EVA next to the railing near Point B on Station Dementia in Star Marine. The correct UI overlay should now be presented in Star Commander race modes. Fixed an incorrect text string for one of Freelancer's max shield generators. The pilot seat of the Freelancer max should no longer occasionally kill players. AI ships should no longer appear with full shields. Players who are not players who are not in your party should no longer occasionally appear on your Quantum Travel Coalition HUD. That is cool. Object marker should no longer be retained on boxes and put down on dropped. Battler should no longer occasionally appear offset off her table. I don't know who that is, but we'll find out. The loadout customized in Star Marine should no longer occasionally be unresponsive. R and R CRUL1 should now have a correct name on the comms MFD. There should no longer be pauses in the animation on the Caterpillar's upper turret. Third-person camera of the Aurora should no longer clip into the ship during quantum travel when viewed from the front. The P8SC should no longer have slower than intended ADS. Mineable resources should no longer flicker on approach and remain physicalized scannable. Really, really cool. We did actually need that because of some problems with mining. Levski hangars should now have correct lighting. Sweet. Fixed Arena Commander Star Marine now showing the reason for awarding points. The Reclaimer's engine core should no longer spark electricity when it isn't damaged. Ship radar pings should no longer have their cooldown sluggish, unresponsive, or inconsistent. Sweet. That actually was a bug when you go through and you do a scan. Sometimes it wouldn't show up. During the firing, the weapon in Star Marine should no longer result in the weapon continuously to endlessly fire. And we've still got more. Holy shit. They wanted the wanted level icon should no longer appear in Arena Commander. Caterpillar should now be fully locked upon spawn. AI pilot opponents should no longer cause the comms to get stuck open, and all audio from them should stop. The player should no longer be able to access selfie camera while interacting with ASOP or the kiosks. Players should no longer clip through the ship when EVA entering the eclipse. The pilot should no longer be able to fire Reclaimer's remote turrets. The Star Marine announcer should no longer fail to voice and then spam the player all at once. The Avengers HUD should now be aligned with its reticle, which is cool. Realign the HUD on the Razor, sweet. The Reclaimer's cockpit physics grid should no longer extend out of the ship. The shield of the glaive should now properly cover the front of its blades. Removing the broken panels from the Avenger interior doors. Okay, nowhere near there were any broken panels, but anyway. Sitting the drone operator's seat should no longer cause the player to snap into position. Chaff should now function properly as countermeasures. There should be now audio for the UI comms hailing. One MFD should no longer go to comms if the player has any comms interaction happening on another screen. Non-green variants of the Arrowhead sniper rifle should no longer have a green scope. Quantum calibration targets in close proximity will now update properly when switching between them. Open torpedo doors on the Gladiator should no longer show a grey space and lack of collusion. The Mustang Beta should no longer have gaps in the interior geometry a player can see out of. Players should no longer T-pose on Death and Star Marine. Thank God! I was so over the T-posing. The kill board should now show you using your player name rather than you in Star Marine. The Reclaimer should now be able to have its loadout changed. Thruster effects for the small rear thruster of the Valkyrie should now properly play. There should no longer be visible issue when zooming in interaction mode with no helmet from the pilot's seat. Battaga's console should no longer be blank. The transition announcement voice at Lawville should no longer play multiple overlaying audio. Missile lock UI should no longer remain after firing the missile. The Gladiator should now have the ideal thruster effects. Players should no longer be able to get behind the admin counter at Lawville. Fix some LOD issues at Lawville approach. Video should now constantly work when calling ATC at Lawville. Holy shit, and we're not finished just yet, there's still more. Technical, various performances optimizations, fixed the number of OCS related stalls, fixed 8 client crashes, fixed the server deadlock, fixed a server crash. And if you're still listening after all that, congratulations, you deserve a medal. Yes, so basically guys, this is a huge quality of life patch. This is really good news for the Star Citizen community. And at the end of the day, I absolutely love this patch. Now, obviously, I need to jump in and we need to test it and everything like that to see how it's going to work. But at the moment, I am really liking what I'm seeing here on this patch notes. So it really looks like it's a good time to start jumping back into Star Citizen. Obviously, we have ArcCorp and everything already in the game now. We're going to be testing that out. I'm going to be uploading a video about that. But yeah, guys, apart from that, 3.5 is out. Get in it, play it, because it's looking really good. And not just 3.5p to you. Also, Star Marine. Looks like they've done some major reworking on that. So go and check that out as well. Apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below regarding the patch notes. What do you like? What do you want out of these patch notes? What are you most interested in? Apart from that, guys, I will see you in the PTU 3.5, baby! Woo!